The thing that touched me most is a lot of us, there's some people who are whole, their whole bodies are fine, they are able, and they are doing nothing. They have no impact on the society. But this woman, she's physically challenged, but she has decided to be an impactful person. That is just it for me. Madam, you don't know how much you inspired me. You really did so much.
While Mrs. Iyabode might not be the only physically challenged person in Lagos State, somehow, for some reasons, she got my attention. Why? Because the part where I ply mostly regularly on my way to work, a particular pedestrian bridge, that's the Kosi pedestrian bridge beside motorways on the Lagos Express Road. That bridge is often dirty, and every time I pass, I see that woman cleaning that bridge. And somehow, it got me. In fact, the difference between when she walks there and when she doesn't walk there is literally very clear. Every day on my way going to work, I see how she meticulously cleans the pedestrian bridge. It got to me and I had to speak to her.
So, for how long have you been in this country?
More than 4 years.
The reason why I came to discuss with you today is I feel very inspired by what you have been doing. It might not mean much to you, you might not understand, but you see, this life is good that we bring value to our environment. Even though you are physically challenged, you decided to help the environment. So may I ask what happened before that,
I sick. I lost one of my sons. The boy is 23 years old. They are twins. So I used to think about the boy. I used to think they took me to UCH. My baby took me to UCH for Ibadan. So that's the place that they take care of me. So when I come back, there's nothing to eat, nothing. I came here to beg before. So when I started begging, I saw here that here used to talk. I said, instead of me to be begging, sitting down, let me be doing it. I used to buy some drug. One of my drug here is 16,000, some 3,000, some 4,000. So when I didn't have money, I would tell that Amesco to be cutting it. I can't use one thing not to use that drug.
She used to be a trader some time ago, and somewhere along the line, I think she lost one of her sons, and she got into deep thinking, and then from there she developed partial stroke. She was taken to University College Hospital at Ibadan, UCH. She spent a lot of money there, and a job where she has to be physically present as a trader, that's how she makes her money, right? So when she spent a lot of money in the hospital and everything, it's kind of, bankrupt her in a certain way. And at the end of the day, by the time she came back to Lagos, she really had nothing to fall back on. And, so she had to now resort to, begging for alms. And then the thought came to her that why would she just be here and the pedestrian bridge is dirty? So she took it upon herself to make sure that she cleaned the bridge every time while she was there begging for alms. And then it struck me that even though this woman was physically challenged, she decided to bring value to her world. She decided to bring impact, because that is what life actually is. Life is not necessarily just existence. It's not merely just being on the earth. What is the value you bring to this world? And prior to this time, I often used to think that, before you make an impact in this world and you bring value, you probably have to be like a Mandela or, like a Martin Luther King to do something great and something very phenomenal. It was until I met this woman and I saw a life lesson right before my very eyes that I understood that you can bring value to your world in every way you can, even in the smallest of things. He has to take drugs continuously on a daily basis. In fact, people who are not even having partial stroke, people who have gotten to a certain age, constantly live on BP drugs. And she has to live on those drugs. So the money she begs for alms on a daily basis is what she used to survive for herself and also to take her drugs. And it touched my heart so much. I was really moved. And I said to myself, I'm going to make a commitment to this woman that at the end of every month, I just give her a small portion. The moment I just get my monthly pay, just a very little portion I give to her. So, okay, take this, support yourself for your drugs. and for your personal upkeep. But then again, I remember something Mandela said. He said, with just one finger, you can make an impact. And then with 2 fingers, you can also strike an impact. But if all 5 fingers come together in unison, the impact they will make will be far more than that of 1 finger. So at this point, I want to enjoin you, if you have heard Mrs. Iyabode's story and you feel moved, you feel like you want to support her, please, there's going to be a number on the screen and a phone number also on the screen that you can reach out to. If you rather be anonymous and you don't want to be reached out to, there's no problem. Please, I want to partner with anyone who's ready to partner with me on a monthly basis to support this woman. If it's 1,000 naira that you can comfortably part away with every month, at the end of the month on a particular date, in fact, you can even just set it on your banking app, 1,000 naira, a transfer, whatever you are comfortable with letting go on a monthly basis will go a long way to supporting this physically challenged woman. Thank you very much. God bless you. Peace.